Welcome. My name is Kathleen McCarty. I'm the math department lead here at Monte Vista High School, and this is a course overview for rising ninth graders. So for current eighth graders. So selecting your math class. You want to select a math class that is right for you. Something to keep in mind as you move to high school is that classwork and homework will be a smaller part of your grade. So that means that those quizzes and tests will be worth more. Okay. A good rule of thumb is to match rigor with interest. If you're a math whiz, if you really enjoy math puzzles, math competitions, keep that in mind. You want to make an informed decision. So talk to your counselor at school, talk to the guidance staff, and talk to your parents. One thing to keep in mind is that you can definitely repeat the math class that you're in. So for instance, maybe you're taking Algebra 1 right now, but your skills are weak. You're still confused about factoring or systems of equations. It's perfectly fine to take Algebra 1 again as a ninth grader. It's very important to have strong foundational skills in Algebra 1. We noticed here at Monte Vista that if you don't have those strong skills in Algebra 1, they really show up in Algebra 2 and 2 trig when we build on those foundational skills. Okay, so it's really important that you have that reinforcement and practice of Algebra 1 skills. So please keep that in mind. Overall, you need one algebra class and one geometry class to graduate from high school. And that algebra class could be just Algebra 1, or it could be Algebra 2 or 2 trig. And the same thing with geometry. It could be geometry, or maybe it's our applications of advanced mathematics class or pre-calc honors. So that's just looking way down the road when you're in high school or further into high school. For all classes, success requires asking for help. So not waiting until the end of a grading period. So ask immediately, get your hand up there, go to office hours, talk to your teacher if there's confusion about what's going on. This is the time also to learn about self-management. Make sure you're nice and organized. Procrastination is a tough one to combat, so keep an idea of where deadlines are, what's coming up, when are tests and quizzes. So it's really important to be organized and have all those deadlines in mind. Okay, it's also a time to work on your note-taking skills. So we're down at the bottom here, so you can be taking Algebra 1 or maybe geometry. And then after geometry, you have a big choice to keep in mind. If you want to take Algebra 2 or if you want to take 2 trig. And you want to base your decision on what course you're in right now. So if you successfully completed Core Math 8, go into Algebra 1. If you're in the blended Core Math 8 Algebra 1, go into Geometry. And if you're currently in Geometry, then you get that choice between Algebra 2 or 2 trig. So there is a big difference between Algebra 2 and 2 trig. Successful completion of Algebra 2, you can go to our applications class or to pre-calc. For 2 trig, you can move on to pre-calc honors. The pacing is quite a bit faster in 2 trig. You cover an additional textbook, so 6 chapters in the trig textbook. It requires a bigger time commitment in 2 trig, more self-reliance, more independence in 2 trig. So you want to keep that all in mind when you make the decision if you're going to take Algebra 2 trig. There are a lot more details in the video for Algebra 2 versus 2 trig. Okay, and so really spend some time, be thoughtful about it, think about the rest of your schedule, and also think about extracurriculars. Are there sports that you want to be a part of? Do you want to be part of the band, choir, any of those? Because those will also take up part of your time. And we don't want you spending all your time on math. We want you to get that, well-rounded education here at Monte Vista. For our electives, okay, in computer science, there's just one choice for you. It's Java. Keep in mind, it's a year-long course, and it's much more rigorous than what you've seen at the middle school level and what you've seen during our summer program. This is the course where we have a lot of students who underestimate how rigorous it's going to be, and we get a lot of drops. So you want to take that into consideration if you do want to sign up for Java. Okay, because that might be something where maybe you want to wait until you've gotten used to high school, and so then you take it as a 10th grader and maybe an 11th grader. Okay, if you have any questions, you can email me. There's my email. Thank you for listening.